As we moved into broadcast, that was 83, 82, 84 time?
83.
83 is when we got in. The first product was
A500.
A500.
Yeah.
And the folks in Boston actually bought A500s from you guys at an AES show in New York City.
Yeah, WGBH. And that console, we actually have it in our lobby and up front as sort of a relic. It was the number 2, the second one we ever built, and it was on the air for 20 odd years before they traded in for a digital system.
So this Wheatstone thing starts taking off with WGBH in the bigger markets in the world, 80, 83, 84. What happened to Audioarts? Was your main focus as a company this time saying, hey, we're going to go after this broadcast niche, and that's what we want to do?
No, not really. I guess I should explain how Wheatstone started as different from Audioarts. Wheatstone, originally that name was given to a specific console on a specific project that we were working on. It was a new design for a front of house with lots of bells and whistles on it, and we called it the Wheatstone project. And mainly because we were using a novel new circuit design that was modeled somewhat on the Wheatstone bridge, but it was one console, it was one model. But at the same time, the company had grown big enough that our accountants said, hey man, you really got to incorporate. So we incorporated, and Gary chose the Wheatstone name as the name of the corporation, but primarily we were still just Audioarts, and we were just making processing and live sound mixers. When we developed the broadcast line, we decided to continue to use the Wheatstone name for the broadcast products, mainly for accounting, to kind of keep things separate, and Audioarts had no real presence in that marketplace. So they coexisted for a long time. We were making lots of equalizers and disco mixers and compressor limiters under the Audioarts name, and selling broadcast consoles under the Wheatstone name.
Did the Audioarts stuff taper off, or the rack mount stuff, did it sort of slow up? Because it wasn't about 1989 that Wheatstone actually reintroduced Audioarts as a broadcast console company.
Ultimately, we got so busy making all these broadcast consoles that we just kind of kept making the rack mount stuff on the side. And we no longer made Audioarts consoles per se. We were just making equalizers and those sorts of things. Previously to that, people would order a console and they'd decide how big it was and how many faders and which position. They were all custom built one-offs, one at a time. And when we decided to make this new project, this new console that was going to be a more mass-produced kind of a thing, Gary just decided to market it under the Audioarts name because we already had that name, already had that trademark, and it wasn't really known much in broadcasting, so let's use it.